That is the field before the lines and bases are put down. The grounds crew performs the same ritual for every game on every field, laying chalk lines, putting down bases, mowing the outfield. It's as timeless as the game itself, and it's all in anticipation of two words: play ball.
Once again, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Oscar Frazier Park in Bluffton, South Carolina for Championship Thursday. The final two teams in the Dixie Youth Ozone 2019 State Tournament. North Myrtle Beach versus Edgefield County. And the situation here today, after some tremendous baseball we've seen over the past few days, is if Edgefield County, who will be the visiting team in this game, if they can defeat North Myrtle Beach, they will be crowned the champions. If North Myrtle Beach can win this game, they'll force a decisive second game this afternoon at 2 o'clock. So lots on the line, everything on the line for these two teams. And we're about set to get underway live right here on the Beaufort County channel. We want to welcome all of our viewers watching on TV and also at BeaufortCountySC.gov. We appreciate you tuning in and supporting this tournament all tournament long. We have seen just some incredible baseball being played by all of these teams, and it's down to these final two. Edgefield will bat first, and here is their starting lineup. Braden McAllister leads off and plays short. Addison Faust in center field bats second. Justice Hammett over at first base hits third. Evan Bates doing the catching bats cleanup. Jay Willis at second base hits fifth. Gage Cockrell, the extra hitter, hits sixth. Darius Simpkins in right field hits seventh. Ethan Stovall, the extra hitter, hits eighth. Griffin Thompson, the extra hitter, hits ninth. Keith Newsom-Jones in left field bats 10th. Daley Hitt over at third base bats 11th. And Cole Beagles will be on the mound for Edgefield County when they take the field in the bottom of the first. He will bat 12th. Edgefield is coached by John Brown Jr. and assisted by Derek Bates and W.C. Wall. And on the field is the North Myrtle Beach team. On the mound for North Myrtle Beach, Luke Roop, who hit 2 home runs in last night's game, including a mammoth blast to straightaway center field. Defensively, North Myrtle Beach lines up this way in the outfield. Left to right, Campbell Kingston is over in left. Mason Cox in center. Connor Barnes in right around the infield. Third to first. Colin Jones is at third. Sawyer Smith at short. Jack Watts at second. Brown Reeves over at first. Connor Helmecki does the catching, and again he catches Luke Roop. As you might imagine, it's a hot, humid morning at Oscar Frazier Park, and these two teams ready to lock horns and do battle, and before the day is out, we will crown a champion in this tournament. Braden McAllister digs in the right-hand batter's box. Luke Roop picks up his sign. First pitch of the morning is on the way, and there's a big swing and a miss. No balls and 1 strike to Braden McAllister. Foul back to the screen. The count's 0-2. North Myrtle Beach defeated Union County yesterday in the first game we broadcast on the Beaufort County channel. That was an 11-10 game. Great ball game. And that's in there for strike 3. An off-speed pitch from Luke Roop freezes Braden McAllister, and that's 1 out in the top of the first. And then in the nightcap game between Edgefield and the host team, Bluffton American, Edgefield edged Bluffton American 6-5. Another nail-biter and another hard-fought game. And Edgefield remains the only undefeated team in this tournament. And if they would win this game against North Myrtle Beach, they would be crowned the champions, and they would be undefeated champions. Luke Roop is bringing it so far. It's no balls and 1 strike to Addison Faust. No 1 pitch on the way. Skips up there, and that evens the count 1-1. One pitch on the way. There's a defensive check swing and a foul, and the count's 1-2. So from the chaos and craziness that was Saturday morning here at Oscar Frazier, everything comes down to this on the Leo Vanoni Memorial Field, Field 3 at Oscar Frazier Park. We had 3 games going at once Saturday morning, and that was interesting times up here in the press box, say the least. 1-2 pitch on the way, fouled off at the plate. Faust stays alive, and the count stays 1 ball, 2 strikes. Great crowds all week long, and a great crowd again this morning. 1-2 pitch misses inside, and that evens the count 2-2. The pitchers here in this tournament are limited to 85 pitches. If that 85th pitch should occur in the middle of an at-bat, they are allowed to finish the at-bat before they are removed from the game. And there's a swing and a miss, strike 3. A good start for Luke Roop. 2 up and 2 down, 2 strikeouts. And now big Justin Hammett. Justice hit a double in the second game last night that looked like he barely swung at the ball, and it almost went out down the right field line. He is a strong young man. Bases empty, 2 outs, no score, just underway, top of the first on Championship Thursday. And Hammett takes inside, ball 1. Luke Roop with a little extra time on the mound. Now he's ready. Roop with the 1-0 pitch to Hammett. Hit deflected by Luke Roop over to the shortstop on to first. It's a wide throw. And Justice Hammett reaches with a 2-out single. So that's the first base runner of the morning for either team, and that'll bring up Evan Bates.
Now coming to the plate will be number 11, Evan Bates.
Luke Roop gives Justice Hammett a look over toward first. And now he brings it to the plate. And it's a ball to Evan Bates, 1 ball, no strikes. Roop tosses over to first to keep Justice Hammett close. Roop comes set. Hammett with his lead off first, and now he runs, and the pitch is over the head of Evan Bates all the way to the screen, and Justice Hammett will take second base. Give Hammett a stolen base, and that puts a runner in scoring position for Edgefield, and a 2-ball, no strike count to Evan Bates. Two-0 pitch on the way to Bates. Hammett leads off second. That's again all the way to the screen. And the throw down to third is not going to be in time, and that'll be a wild pitch, and Justice Hammett takes third. And the count now 3 balls, no strikes on Evan Bates. So Edgefield trying to break through here in the top of the first. 2 quick outs for Luke Roop, 2 strikeouts, then an infield single for Justice Hammett, a stolen base and a wild pitch has Hammett over at third, and it's a 3-ball, no strike count to Bates. And that inside and might have hit him, I don't know. Looks like it did, and looks like Bates might be hurt. He is down right behind home plate. Not sure where it got him. Bates Bates swung at that, probably defensively. And so that's going to be a strike to Bates. It takes the count to 3-1. Hammett's got to go back to third. And the coach is checking to make sure that Evan Bates is okay. He's still bent over at the waist, grabbing the knees. You watch the major league players these days and you see shin guards, elbow guards, shoulder guards. They go to bat looking like the Terminator. But these young men don't have all those protective devices, and that caught meat. But I think Evan Bates is going to be okay. He shakes it off. Hammett returns to third. It's a 3-ball, 1-strike count to Bates. Luke Roop comes set. 3-1 pitch on the way to Bates. High and tight again for ball 4. And Evan Bates trots down to first with a 2-out walk. Edgefield now with runners at first and third.
Now batting for Edgefield County is number 7.
And that'll bring up Jay Willis, the second baseman. No score, but Edgefield trying to change that here in the top of the first. That's hit on the ground and booted in the infield, and Edgefield does take a 1-0 lead. North Myrtle Beach kind of got twisted up on the infield. That'll be an error. And a 1-0 lead for Edgefield. That's an error on the second baseman, so an E4. Runners still first and third for Edgefield with the run in. And Gage Cockrell now the batter. So Edgefield strikes first. And they take a 1-0 lead. And all this happened after 2 were out. Luke Roop looked great. He struck out the first 2 batters. And then trouble for the North Myrtle Beach pitcher. And not out of it yet. First and third for Edgefield. And a no ball and 1-strike count to Gage Cockrell. Luke Roop comes set. Runners get their leads off first and third. Now Roop steps off the rubber. Pitch on the way to the plate. That's it. Poked into right center field. It's going to get down and roll for a while. That's going to score 1 run. Going to be a ground rule double, an RBI ground rule double. And it's a 2-0 lead for Edgefield here in the top of the first inning. Again, all of this damage coming when 2 were out. So Edgefield leads 2-0. Runners at second and third. And now big Darius Simpkins strides to the plate. And now time called. The North Myrtle Beach coach trots out for a discussion with Luke Roop on the mound. 2-0 Edgefield here in the top of the first inning. An error and an RBI double have given Edgefield their 2 runs and a 2-0 lead.
Craig, I got 19 so far. How are you doing? 19. We're on the same page.
But if we've learned anything in these ball games this week, it's that no lead is safe.
It is fun.
And we are just underway, just in the very top of the first inning. Darius Simpkins, now the batter. And he'll try to pad this 2-0 lead. Luke Roop with a look in. Runners get their leads off second and third. Pitch on the way is swung on and missed for strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch on the way. Inside. 1-1 the count. Big swing and a miss. Simpkins down 1 ball and 2 strikes. Luke Roop comes set. The pitch on the way. Simpkins strikes out. Edgefield leaves 2 runners stranded, but they do take the lead here in the top of the first. They score 2. And North Myrtle Beach comes to bat in the bottom of the first. Down by 2 runs. We'll be right back. You're watching the Dixie Youth Ozone 2019 State Tournament live on the Beaufort County Channel. Edgefield County leads 2-0 as North Myrtle Beach comes to bat in the bottom of the first. New catcher for Edgefield, Evan Bates, may have been hurt pretty badly when he was hit by the pitch in the top of the first. He's out of the game, and he's replaced by Gage Cockrell, who now catches Cole Beagles. Beagles on the mound for Edgefield County. You'll face Connor Helmicki, Colin Jones, and Luke Roop here in the bottom of the first. And there's a strike to Helmicki. No balls and 1 strike. Oh, 1 pitch misses for a ball. The count's even 1-1.
They don't tell us, you can't confirm it.
Beagles looks in, gets his sign. And the 1-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a foul back to the screen. The count now 1 ball, 2 strikes on Connor Helmicki. Two nothing Edgefield in the bottom of the first inning of Championship Thursday here at Oscar Frazier Park in Bluffton. Beagles ready with the 1-2 pitch, and Helmicki swings and misses, and he's down on strikes, and that's the first out here in the bottom of the first. Beagles strikes out the first man he sees. Base is empty, 1 out, and that'll bring up Colin Jones.
Now batting will be number 6, Colin Jones.
Pitch on the way to Jones. Off speed pitch and off the end of the bat towards second. And on to first in time. 2 quick outs in the bottom of the first. And now that'll bring up the pitcher, Luke Roop. And we know Roop can get a hold of 1. He got a hold of 2 in last night's first game. Second game. What did North Myrtle Beach play? First game, that's what I thought. That was the 11-10 game against Union. And his second home run was a blast to straightaway center field over the American flag and darn near the back fence. I mean, he got a hold of it, and he savored every moment of it. And why not? You hit a home run in a tournament, you should enjoy it. It's a neck-and-neck race from Luke Roop and Nico Martucci for the best home run trot in the tournament. 0-1 pitch on the way to Luke Roop. Hit out toward third, fielded on a hop by the third baseman. Nice throw again across the first in time, and it's a 1-2-3 bottom of the first for Cole Beagles and Edgefield. So nothing doing for North Myrtle Beach. We go to the top of the second. The score remains Edgefield County 2, North Myrtle Beach nothing. You are watching Championship Thursday of the Dixie Youth Ozone 2019 State Tournament. We'll be right back right here on the Beaufort County Channel. We go to the top of the second with Edgefield County leading North Myrtle Beach 2-0 on this Championship Thursday. Luke Roop still on the mound for North Myrtle Beach. And he'll face Ethan Stovall, Griffin Thompson, and Keith Newsom-Jones for Edgefield. Foul back to the screen, no balls, and 1 strike to Ethan Stovall.
What was the substitution?
Well, I think it's Kuznick's in for Jake Britt. And then I think he says somebody for Campbell Kingston, but when he gets aggravated, I'm going to have to call him.
Roop again comes set, 0-1 pitch on the way. Off speed pitch has Stovall out in front, and the count's 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch misses, and the count's now 1-2. Roop with the 1-2 pitch. Off speed pitch again has Stovall out in front, and Stovall goes down swinging. 1 up and 1 down here in the top of the second, and that'll bring up Griffin Thompson.
Hold on 1 second.
Milwaukee?
Yeah. Now batting number 5, Griffin Thompson. Milwaukee isn't working down there. I need to know if it's even turned on or to make sure what channel it's on.
Base is empty, 1 out, top of the second.
All right, thanks.
Luke Roop comes set. The pitch on the way to Thompson is lined into left center field, a solid single. And Edgefield has a base runner with 1 out in the top of the second. That'll bring up Keith Newsom-Jones.
Stepping to the plate is number 4, Keith Newsom-Jones.
So Thompson leads off first. He gets a look from Luke Roop. And the pitch to Newsom-Jones, who squares to bunt. It's fouled back to the screen. Newsom-Jones down a strike. Roop again ready. Again, Newsom-Jones squares to bunt. And he's down 2 strikes, 0-2 the count. And there's a balk from Luke Roop. That'll put Griffin Thompson down at second. So now Roop will have to regroup against Keith Newsom-Jones. 0-2 pitch on the way. And he battles back to strike out Keith Newsom-Jones. That's the second out in the top of the second. Runner remains at second for Edgefield. And Daly Hitt will be the batter.
Bless you.
So Hitt digs in with the runner at second and 2 outs. This is where Edgefield did all their damage in the first inning with 2 outs, and there's a line drive into left field. It's going to be a base hit.
Oh, terrible throw.
And good thing the catcher was backing up the throw. That would have been the 3rd run for Edgefield. So Edgefield again with 2 outs has a rally going. Runners first and third. And now the pitcher, Cole Beagles, will be the batter.
Must be number 2, Cole Beagles.
Beagles stands in. Luke Roop gives the runners a look. Runner goes from first. He brings it. It's swung on and missed for a strike, and it's going to be a stolen base for Daly Hitt, and that puts 2 runners in scoring position for Edgefield. And it's a no ball, 1 strike count to Cole Beagles. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. 0-2. Luke Roop a strike away from pitching out of this little jam here in the top of the second. Runners lead off second and third. Roop gets his sign. 0-2 pitch on the way. Off speed pitch stays high and the count's 1-2. One-two pitch on the way, just misses outside, and the count's even 2-2. Two-two pitch on the way inside. Beagles has to skip out of the way, and that'll fill the count 3-2. Runners with the leads, Roop with the sign, and the 3-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed for strike three. Beagles chase what might have been ball four, and Edgefield is out in the top of the second. Nothing doing for Edgefield County. We go to the bottom of the second. The score remains Edgefield County 2, North Myrtle Beach nothing. We'll be right back on the Beaufort County Channel. We go to the bottom of the second. 2-0. Edgefield has the lead. Brown, Reeves, Sawyer Smith, and Mason Cox will be the first three for North Myrtle Beach.
For North Myrtle Beach is number 44, Brown Reeves.
And Reeves takes outside for ball one. Cole Beagle still on the mound for Edgefield. And he comes set. 1-0 pitch on the way to Reeves. Up high, ball two. Two-0 pitch on the way. Big swing and a miss. And the count now 2-1. Another swing and a miss, and the count's even now 2-2. Beagles ready with a 2-2 pitch. That stays inside, runs the count full, 3-2. 3-2 pitch on the way. That's grounded foul past third. And we'll do it again.
He acted like he was going to try, but he said, I don't know for that.
3-2 pitch on the way. Popped up foul. Out of play behind the press box. The count stays 3 balls and 2 strikes to Brown Reeves.
Yeah,
3-2 pitch on the way, off speed pitch. And fouled away by Reeves. He stays alive, and the count stays 3-2. Edgefield on top 2-0 as North Myrtle Beach bats in the bottom of the second. Beagles come set, 3-2 pitch. Fouled away again. Pretty good battle here between Beagles and Reeves. And if nothing else, Reeves is running the pitch count up on Cole Beagles. Tenth pitch of the at-bat about to be delivered by Cole Beagles. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch on the way. There's a swing and a miss, and Beagles wins the battle as Reeves goes down swinging for the first out in the bottom of the second. And now Sawyer Smith comes to bat for North Myrtle Beach.
Put the walkie-talkie down there, didn't cut it on. No, I got Steve.
So Smith stands in with the bases empty and 1 down here in the bottom of the second. Edgefield with a 2-0 lead. And now time called by Sawyer Smith, and the pace of the game has slowed to a snail's pace. Now Beagles is ready. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. A 1 pitch on the way. Another big swing and a miss. 0-2. You know, I'm not sure where it is. Beagles ready. 0-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So the exact same sequence of pitches. And Sawyer Smith goes down swinging, 2 up and 2 down. And that'll bring up Mason Cox.
Now batting the center fielder, number 3, Mason Cox.
Pitch on the way. Hit out toward right field. Simpkins comes on, and he's got it for the third out in the bottom of the second. Nothing doing for North Myrtle Beach. We go to the top of the third on Championship Thursday here at the Dixie Youth Ozone State Championship. 2-0. Edgefield has the lead. We'll be right back on the Beaufort County Channel.
The score is still Edgefield.
We're in the top of the third of Championship Thursday here at the Dixie Youth Ozone State Championship. Braden McAllister will lead off for Edgefield. Luke Roop still on the mound for North Myrtle Beach, and there's a big swing and a miss. And it's no balls and one strike to McAllister.
So if he pitches more than 40, he can't pitch in the next game.
McAllister stands back in. The pitch on the way is tapped to the pitcher. Good play by Luke Roop on to first in time. That was a good play by Luke Roop to get to that ball and make an accurate throw to first, but he does that, and it's 1 up and 1 down in the top of the third. And now Addison Faust will be the batter.
Addison Faust. When you play, if you have to play 2 games in 1 day, if he has to stay under 41. You're right, but he can't throw more than 45 the next game too. So they got a little stipulation.
Base is empty, 1 out. Top of the third, Edgefield leads 2-0. Luke Roop into the wind, pitch on the way is a ball to Addison Faust. 1 ball, no strikes.
In the Dixie, usually you only play 2 on that, unless you get really bad up for water or for rain.
Hit out towards short, fielded by the shortstop on a hop. Close play at first, just, and I mean just in time to retire the speedy Addison Faust. That was a bang-bang play.
Now stepping to the plate will be the first baseman, number 10, Justice Hammett.
So here is big Justice Hammett. And he's up to bat right where Myrtle Beach wants him. Base is empty and 2 outs. There's a big swing, air conditions the ballpark. Strike 1 to Justice Hammett.
I remember when I was keeping score for the Sandnets, Evan Gaddis came up. He hit one.
Inside, and the count now 1-1.
He hit one into the pine trees beyond the far fence, and it was, I think it was still rising.
Yeah, he can crush it.
Man, that guy came in. Is he still in the big?
I think so.
1-1 pitch. is on the outside corner, and the count's now 1-2.
Come up there with no batting gloves on.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of pine tar.
Yeah. He's a working man
Oh,
baseball player. But this Hammett kid kind of reminds me of that in a 12-year-old
yeah.
way.
Yeah, you're right.
But you know, in the Sandance Stadium, the pine trees behind the far fence, I swear to God that ball was still going up when it went into the pine tree. I mean, that had to be a 450, 475 foot home run.
I just don't see how those guys hit that far with a wooden bat.
I know.
It's amazing.
1-2 pitch on the way to Justice Hammett. Hit right back to Loop Roop, who knocks it down and throws on to first, and the ball, I think he dropped the ball, and now they're going to appeal to the home plate umpire. He was ruled out, but I think the first baseman dropped that ball. And Justice Hammett is safe at first. That was a drop ball by the first baseman, and the umpires get it right. And Justice Hammett reaches first base with 2 outs.
So Daly hit now batting will be number 3. Daly hit. So
I got Evan Bates.
he's subbed. Remember, they're back to reverting back to 9. Evan Bates, remember, went out.
So Justice Hammett, the runner at first, with 2 outs. Runner going, and it's going to be a stolen base for Justice Hammett. Daly hit in the batter's box, and he's trying to bring Justice Hammett around and increase the 2-run lead for Edgefield. Hammett leads off second. Roop into the Y. Now he looks Hammett back. Roop to the plate, and a big swing by Daly hit, but he comes up empty, and the count's 1-1. One 1-0 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, and the count's even now 1-1. Check that. The count's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Daly hit. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. They'll have to throw him out at first, and they do that, and that puts a lid on the top of the 3rd. So Edgefield turned away, and North Myrtle Beach comes to bat in the bottom of the 3rd, still down by 2 runs. You're watching the Dixie Youth Ozone State Championship right here live on the Beaufort County Channel. We go to the bottom of the third with Edgefield County leading North Myrtle Beach 2-0. Gabe Kuznick, Jake Frick, Connor Barnes, the first three for North Myrtle Beach. Cole Beagle still on the mound for Edgefield. Kuznick swings and misses. No balls and one strike. And the count's now 0-2 to Gabe Kuznick. Oh, 2 pitch on the way. Outside, and the count now 1-2. One-two pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Kuznick goes down swinging. That's 1 out in the bottom of the third. We started with 12 teams on Saturday, and now we are down to our final 2. The Edgefield County All-Stars, the North Myrtle Beach All-Stars, and right now Edgefield holds the advantage 2-0. Jake Frick bats with the bases empty and 1 out in the bottom of the third, and he takes outside ball 1 from Cole Beagles. One-0 pitch on the way. In there for a strike. And the count's 1-1. This is a delayed strike call by the home plate umpires, so we can't get ahead of ourselves trying to call these pitches. Pitch is fouled back to the screen. The count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes. Bases empty, 1 out. Bottom of the third, Edgefield up by 2. There's a foul back to the screen, and the count stays 1-2. While we have a second, let's thank some of our many sponsors who've made this tournament possible. Sponsors like Station 300, Jimmy John's Subs, the Sippin' Cow Cafe down in Old Town Bluffton, also Local Pie down in Old Town Bluffton, the Mickelson Law Firm, Golis Family Jewelers, the Toomer Family Seafood House, the Toomer Family Oyster Company, Wendy's, and Loco Sports. That pitch was high and tight. And the count's now even, 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jake Frick. And now the 2-2 pitch hit off the end of the bat right to Cole Beagles, who takes it himself for out number 2 in the bottom of the third. Bases empty, 2 outs. Connor Barnes now the batter for North Myrtle Beach. And Barnes takes high and tight for ball 1. That's in there for a strike, and the count's even, 1-1. It's so hot, the umpire has a hard time raising that right hand out there on field 3. 1-1 pitch, that makes it easy on him. Swing and a miss for strike 2, 1-2. It was Leslie Nielsen, wasn't it? Yeah, the count's 1-2, and the pitch misses inside. That evens the count, 2-2. It is a hot and humid day. It's the low country in the middle of July, so everybody out there on that field, the players, the coaches, the umpires are feeling it. I know the other day in Bluffton, the heat index was 114, which I can't remember it being any higher than that in my 40 years of living down here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count to Barnes, the pitch on the way, and Barnes does a good job of skipping the rope, and the count's full, 3-2. Barnes shakes his head. Had to do some fancy footwork to get out of the way of that pitch. Now he digs back in. Beagles come set, 3-2 pitch on the way. Is in there for call strike 3. Barnes thought he had ball 4, but the umpire rings him up. And that brings the bottom of the 3rd to a close. So nothing doing for North Myrtle Beach. Edgefield comes up in the top of the 4th. They enjoy a 2-run lead. We'll be right back on the Beaufort County Channel. Edgefield comes to bat in the top of the 4th, enjoying a 2-run lead on North Myrtle Beach. Luke Roop still on the mound. It is first pitch of the inning, high and tight for ball 1 to Jay Willis.
So it must have been 16 in the second inning. Jesus. They're all the same number.
1-0 pitch on the way to Willis. Outside, ball 2, 2-0.
Either way, that's 3 subs, so they're good to go. What we got to count wise guys?
2-0.
Roop at 53 pitches on the day. 54th pitch is called a strike, and the count's 2-1. That's popped up foul back toward the press box. And the count's now 2-2. Two-two pitch on the way from Roop. Swung on and missed. Jay Willis goes down on strikes. 1 up, 1 down here in the top of the 4th. That brings up Gage Cockrell.
Now batting will be the catcher, number 6, Gage Cockrell. His first out takes like a year to get up here. It's either a hit drop.
And there's strike 1 to Gage Cockrell. Oh, 1 is inside. The count now 1-1. 1-1 pitch on the way. Fouled off, third base side, and the count's now 1-2. One-two pitch on the way. Check swing, and that's hit into center field, a base hit. That was just a little wrist flick. Single, very strong young men. And Cockrell reaches with a one-out single. And that brings up big Darius Simpkins, the right fielder for Edgefield.
Now batting will be the right fielder, number 8, Darius Simpkins.
And we got a courtesy runner coming on at first base for Edgefield. Keith Newsom-Jones takes over at first. Simpkins digs in against Luke Roop. And he squares to bunt, pulls the bunt back, runner goes towards second. It's going to be a stolen base for Keith Newsom-Jones. So some aggressive base running by Edgefield puts a runner in scoring position. And it's a 1-ball, no strike count to Darius Simpkins. Simpkins again squares to bunt, pulls the bat back, takes ball 2, 2-0. It's a hot day, and Luke Roop's pinch count is up near 60. Roop gets his sign, 2-0 pitch on the way, but he looks Newsom-Jones back to second. Two-0 pitch on the way. Simpkins again squares to bunt. And that pitch called a strike. And the count's now 2-1. Two-one pitch again bunted, but off the screen, and that evens the count now 2-2. One out. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Darius Simpkins. Keith Newsom-Jones, the runner at second. There's 1 out. We're in the top of the 4th. Edgefield County holds a 2-0 lead on North Myrtle Beach. And the 2-2 pitch about to be delivered to Simpkins. Here it is. And that's in there on the outside corner for a called third strike. Simpkins goes down looking. That's 2 outs. Keith Newsom-Jones remains the runner at second. And now it's Ethan Stovall, the batter.
Now stepping to the plate is number 14, Ethan Stovall.
Got the ball strike calls?
No, it's not there.
I'm talking to. Gotcha. Runner leads off second. There's a swing and a miss by Stovall, and he's down a strike. But another good close ball game. Edgefield leads 2-0. Insurance run down at second, and Stovall will try to get Keith Newsom-Jones in. Luke Roop's done a good job for North Myrtle Beach on the mound this game. It's hot, it's humid, and he's thrown a lot of pitches, but he is a tough competitor. And he sends the 0-1 pitch to the plate, and it's swung on and missed for strike 2, 0-2. Pitch on the way. There's a swing and a miss, and Luke Roop's out of the inning. So Edgefield gets a runner as far as second, but they can't pad this lead. And that takes us to the bottom of the 4th. With the score, Edgefield 2, North Myrtle Beach nothing. You are watching Dixie Youth Ozone Tournament Baseball live on the Beaufort County Channel. We'll be right back. New pitcher for Edgefield as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Justice Hammett takes over on the mound. So the big, tall righty will try to keep North Myrtle Beach off the scoreboard. Edgefield leads 2-0. Campbell Kingston leads off for North Myrtle Beach. And Hammett's first pitch of the afternoon is a strike. No balls and one strike.
Yeah, I think the Edgefield coach played this right.
0-1 pitch on the way. It just misses the outside corner. That evens the count 1-1. Hammett, as you might expect, is a hard-throwing right-hander. And probably looks pretty intimidating to the hitters on the mound as the pitch misses. 2-1. The pitches at this age range, the fastballs are in the 70s, but that equates to, it looks like it's in the 90s if you factor it out to how it looks in the major league. So these young men throwing hard. And Hammett's 2-1 pitch is cut on and missed, and the count's even now 2-2. Edgefield leads 2-0, and if they can hold on and win this ball game, they will be crowned the 2019 Dixie Youth Ozone State Champs. 2-2 pitch on the way, swing and a miss for strike 3. Kingston goes down swinging. Justice Hammett strikes out the first man he faces. And that'll bring up Jack Watts.
Now batting will be number 12, second baseman Jack Watts.
Base is empty, one out, bottom of the fourth. Hammett into the wind, pitch on the way. Misses outside, 1 ball, no strikes.
Has North Myrtle Beach got a hit yet?
No.
Oh, so, yeah, I was about to say, so literally they're going down in order.
Actually, it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 so far. So it's a no-no so far.
Hammett into the wind, pitch on the way. Foul back to the screen, that evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike.
And then he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strikeouts.
quite yet. I don't want to jinx anything quite yet.
6 strikeouts so far.
6 out of 10 batters, that's pretty bad.
Same as 2 pitchers.
Hammett with the look in, gets the sign he wants. 1-1 pitch on the way. Off speed pitch. Misses the inside corner, close pitch. Called a ball, and the count's 2 balls and a strike to Jack Watts. Two-one pitch on the way. That stays high, and the count now 3-1. North Myrtle Beach needs base runners. They have yet to have a hit in this game. So base runners very important. They're just down by 2 runs, and we've seen teams come back time and time again in this tournament. So Watts ahead in the count, 3 balls and a strike with 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. Hammett looks in, gets his sign, and the 3-1 pitch on the way is down low for ball 4, and Watts works a walk. A 1-out walk. And that brings up Anderson White. That's their first base runner, right?
Yeah.
So the first base runner of the afternoon, or morning, what is it still? Morning? Still morning. First base runner of the morning reaches for North Myrtle Beach. Jack Watts stands down at first with a 1-out walk. Anderson White digs in against Justice Hammett. And the pitch on the way, there's a bunt. It's a great bunt up toward first. And Justice Hammett able to make the tag on Anderson White for the out. Down to second goes Jack Watts. So Justice Hammett showing some more athleticism as he bolted off the mound, picked up that ball. It was a great bunt by Anderson White, drag bunt. And he almost got a base hit out of it, but Justice Hammett able to grab the ball and tag out Anderson White for the second out. So runner in scoring position for North Myrtle Beach with 2 out, and back to the top of the order we go, and Connor Helmecki. So he takes 1 strike, the other guy gets 4. Pitches in the dirt. Jack Watts takes off for third and makes it, and it's a 1-ball, no strike count. Two nothing Edgefield, but North Myrtle Beach with a runner on third and 2 outs, a 1-ball, no strike count to Connor Helmecki. Hammond again with the sign, the pitch on the way, that's hit right to the first baseman, who spikes it on the infield for out number 3. So North Myrtle Beach threatens but fails to score, and that takes us to the top of the 5th. The score remains Edgefield 2, North Myrtle Beach nothing. You are watching Dixie Youth Ozone Championship Baseball right here on the Beaufort County Channel. We go to the top of the 5th. Edgefield leads North Myrtle Beach 2-0. Luke Roop still on the mound for North Myrtle Beach. 68 pitches, and the 69th misses inside ball 1. Or called a strike? Wow, no balls, 1 strike. Okay. Griffin Thompson, the batter for Edgefield. 0-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. 0-2. 0-2 pitch on the way. Inside almost hits Griffin Thompson, but he is able to skip out of the way, and the count goes to 1-2. One-two pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. They'll have to throw him out as the ball was in the dirt, and they do that, and it's 1 up, 1 down here in the top of the 5th. The entertainment of the day is watching Matt struggle with his scoreboard out in left field.
No, Buster. I'm going to get it, Jody. I'm going to get it.
I've never heard a scoreboard described like that, Matt. The pitch on the way is popped up into short right field and caught out there for out number 2. There's finally 2 outs on the scoreboard. You got to love technology. Doesn't Fenway Park still have the guy on the scoreboard hanging the numbers out by hand? Wouldn't have this problem if we did it the old-fashioned way.
Savannah had a manual scoreboard too. I had a walkie-talkie to the kid.
Base is empty, 2 outs, top of the 5th. Addison Faust, the batter for Edgefield. And he takes a strike, and the count's 0-2. The 0-2 pitch on the way. That hits Faust right in the gut, it looked like. And he will trot down to first base. So Edgefield gets a 2-out base runner on a hit by pitch, and that brings up Justice Hammett.
Now batting for Edgefield will be number 10, Justice Hammett.
So runner at first, 2 outs. In the top of the 5th inning, Justice Hammett digs in. The right-hand batter's box. Luke Roop comes set. Pitch on the way with the runner going. It's a strike. The throw down to seconds high, and it's a stolen base for Edgefield. Addison Faust with the stolen base. And he now is in scoring position with a no-ball, 1-strike count to Hammett. And the pitch on the way to Hammett is hit to the left side, fielded by the third baseman. Across to first, is in time. And Edgefield is retired in the top of the 5th inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th. The score remains 2-0 Edgefield. We'll be right back. You're watching the Beaufort County Channel. Colin Jones leads off for North Myrtle Beach. In the bottom of the 5th inning, Justice Hammett still on the mound for Edgefield. Edgefield leads 2-0. Another great ball game. We've seen nothing but great ball games this entire tournament. North Myrtle Beach has yet to get a base hit. They have a runner on board with a walk, but they've been held hitless as Jones swings and misses for strike one. Hammett gets his sign. 0-1 pitch on the way is fouled off first base side out of play, and it's quickly 0-2. Hammett ahead in the count, no balls, 2 strikes to Colin Jones. Oh, 2 pitch on the way. Gets away from Justice Hammett and goes behind Colin Jones, and it's ball 1. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Misses down low and evens the count 2-2. Colin Jones awaits the 2-2 pitch. Here it is. And he takes ball 3. That fills the count 3-2. Hammett was ahead 0-2. Jones battles back to fill the count 3-2.
He wants to know, can you call him and direct them on what they need to do? Well, that's what he said. Does Shannon want us to come back there?
So big moment in this ball game for North Myrtle Beach. Full count 3-2 pitch. Misses for ball 4, and it's a leadoff runner for North Myrtle Beach. And the tying run comes to the plate in the person of a young man who hit a couple of home runs yesterday, Luke Roop. And in this matchup between Hammett and Roop, you've got fiery competitor versus fiery competitor. Leadoff man on for North Myrtle Beach. With nobody out, Edgefield tries to protect the 2-0 lead. Roop digs in. And the pitch on the way is all the way to the screen. Just now picked up by North Myrtle Beach, and it's ball 1 to Luke Roop, and a runner now in scoring position. That'll be a pass ball. And now the coach for Edgefield's going to pop out of the dugout and try to calm down Justice Hammett. He is an unhappy young man. And Hammett's going to come out of the game. He'll go back to first. Jay Willis is going to come in now and take over in relief for Edgefield.
Total pitches for number 10, Justice Hammett, is 20. 20 total pitches. Look at him, he's just losing it over there.
I'm sorry?
Now pitching for Edgefield County's number 7.
And there's a beautiful shot from the Beaufort County drone in from center field. And you can see the great crowd that's gathered this morning as Edgefield and North Myrtle Beach battle for the championship. Right now, Edgefield leads 2-0. But North Myrtle Beach has a runner on at second. Nobody out in the bottom of the 5th, and Luke Roop, the batter. Jay Willis comes on to pitch for Edgefield. He'll inherit a 1-ball, no-strike count when play resumes. North Myrtle Beach tries to force a decisive second game this afternoon, and Edgefield is trying to win it right here in this first game. Edgefield still undefeated in this tournament. If they can maintain this lead, they'll be the undefeated champion of this tournament. North Myrtle Beach trying to extend it. Runner at second, nobody out. The count is 1 ball and no strikes to Luke Roop. Jay Willis about to make his first pitch of the morning. Looks the runner back to second, now brings it to the plate. And it misses for ball 2, and the count's 2-0. The 2-0 pitch on the way is all the way to the screen, and North Myrtle Beach is going to have a runner at third. And the count's now 3 balls and no strikes to Luke Roop. That's a pass ball. So some trouble for Edgefield here in the bottom of the 5th. They still lead 2-0, but North Myrtle Beach with a runner at third. Nobody out, and a 3-ball, no strike count to Luke Roop. The pitch on the way. Home run count, home run cut rather, on the 3-0 count, but it's fouled back out of play, and the count's 3-1. Willis with the sign. The 3-1 pitch is on the way, and that's hit high and deep to left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. It bounces over the fence for a ground rule double, and North Myrtle Beach has put a run on the scoreboard. That's their first hit of the afternoon. It's an RBI double for Luke Roop, and it's 2-1 Edgefield. Still nobody out, and North Myrtle Beach with a runner at second. And now Brown Reeves will be the batter.
Now batting will be the first baseman, number 44, Brown Reeves.
Anderson White's going to come in to run for Luke Roop. So he will now run at second. Brown Reeves is going to be the batter for North Myrtle Beach. North Myrtle Beach with their first hit and their first run of the morning. It's a 2-1 game. The pitch to Brown Reeves is in there for a strike, 0-1. There's still nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th. 0-1 pitch on the way. Hit sharply, foul, past third. The count's no balls, 2 strikes to Brown Reeves. Runner leads off second. 0-2 pitch is on the way, and there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Brown Reeves goes down on strikes. And that's a big first out for Edgefield here in the bottom of the 5th. Runner remains at second. And now Sawyer Smith, the batter.
Now batting is the shortstop, number 8, Sawyer Smith.
Jay Willis's pitch is fouled back to the screen by Smith. No balls and 1 strike. Two 2-1 game. Edgefield still has the lead. North Myrtle Beach has put a run on the board here in the bottom of the 5th. And they bid for more as that pitch is in there for a strike, and the count's 0-2. 0-2 pitch on the way with the runner leading off second. Misses inside, and the count's now 1-2. A 1-2 pitch on the way stays high. 2-2 the count. Willis comes set. The 2-2 pitch on the way. That's hit right back to Willis off his glove. Fielded by the second baseman on to first in time. That was a good play by Edgefield. That ball was hit so hard that it went in and out of Willis's glove. It was picked up by the second baseman who threw on to first in time. That's a huge second out for Edgefield. That puts a runner on third for North Myrtle Beach, but now with 2 outs. If Willis doesn't stop that ball, it's probably a tie game right now.
Number 3, Mason Cox.
Mason Cox now the batter for North Myrtle Beach, the tying run at third base with 2 outs. The first pitch on the way is line foul down the left field line, 0-1. And with that runner on third base, a pass ball, a wild pitch, either of those things can tie this ball game. Edgefield's coach.
That's already, what, 3 for him?
Pops out of the dugout. This is a big moment in this ball game. Edgefield leads 2-1. North Myrtle Beach has scored 1 run here in the bottom of the 5th, and they're trying to tie the game up. Game tying ground rule double by a Luke Roop is what has Myrtle Beach on the board. That double by Roop, Myrtle Beach's first hit in this ball game. Meeting is broken up. The count's no balls and 1 strike to Mason Cox. Runner at third. That's Anderson White. And Jay Willis with the 0-1 pitch. Popped up on the infield and caught by Jay Willis almost on top of the pitcher's mound for out number 3. So North Myrtle Beach will have to settle for 1 run. They do it on 1 hit. Ground rule double by Luke Roop. And getting late here in this championship game, and what a good game it is. We head to the top of the 6th. It's a 1-run game. Edgefield has the advantage. It's 2-1. We'll be right back for the top of the 6th on the Beaufort County Channel. Daily hit leads off for Edgefield. In the top of the 6th inning, Edgefield's lead has been cut in half. It's 2-1. And it's a big swing and a foul. No balls and 1 strike to Daily hit. Luke Roop still on the mound for North Myrtle Beach. He is getting close to the pitch count. I believe that was pitch 69. Pitch 79, excuse me, pitch 79. So he's down to 6 pitches. This is pitch number 80. And it's hit to third, fielded by the third baseman, who double pumps and throws on to first in time for out number 1. So Roop, economical with his pitches, gets the first out here in the top of the 6th.
Now the plate is the pitcher, number 7, Jay Willis.
And now Jay Willis, the pitcher for Edgefield, the batter. Roop into the wind. And it's strike 1 to Jay Willis. Oh, 1 pitch on the way from Luke Roop. Inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. If Roop can get the second out and be under the pitch limit, he can face another batter. That's ripped into left field, a base hit. And Edgefield with a 1-out single. So this next batter, Gage Cockrell, is going to be most likely Luke Roop's last batter faced in this game.
The catcher, number 6, Gage Cockrell.
It's a 1-out single for Edgefield. And that's a big run for Edgefield, potentially over at first. And that's all the way to the screen. And Jay Willis is going to take second. So an insurance run now in scoring position for Edgefield. It's a 1 ball, no strike count to Gage Cockrell. 2-1 Edgefield here in the top of the 6th inning. And they're trying to get an insurance run. Luke Roop came set and then steps off. 1-0 pitch on the way will not be made as Luke Roop looks Jay Willis back to second. Now Roop's ready. And the pitch on the way to Cockrell is ripped just foul past third. That did not miss by much from getting down into the corner. That was the 85th pitch of the game for Luke Roop, so he'll get a chance to finish pitching to Gage Cockrell, and then his day will be finished. One ball, 1 strike. Pitch number 86 for Luke Roop on the way. And it misses for ball 2, 2-1 the count. Roop again set, and a throw down to second. This game, everything that you envisioned a championship game should be. Close, some timely hitting, some great pitching, and some great defense from these young men. 2-1 pitch on the way. That's hit into center field, a base hit. Edgefield holds the runner down at third. Now the ball gets away, and Edgefield's going to have runners at second and third with 1 out. Some big insurance on the bases for Edgefield as Luke Roop's afternoon will come to a close as he is past the pitch limit. So that'll be a single, and error on the throw from the center fielder. That allows the runner to get down to second. And this is a huge moment in this ball game. Edgefield has runners at second and third. There's 1 out. Darius Simpkins, the batter. And the entire battery for North Myrtle Beach is going to change. We've got a new catcher. That's Jake Frick, who's going to catch.
How many total pitches do we have for Luke Roop? 87.
That's what I got.
Total pitches for number 19, Luke Roop, 87. 87 pitches for Luke Roop.
And Colin Jones will come in relief of Luke Roop.
All-Stars will be number 6.
And he inherits a tight spot. Runners second and third for Edgefield County with just 1 out. Edgefield with a slim 1-run lead. Darius Simpkins is going to try to change that when he comes to bat against Colin Jones. This has been a great tournament. We could not have brought you this tournament without some wonderful sponsors like Station 300, Jimmy John Subs, the Sip and Cow Cafe, Local Pie, the Mickelson Law Firm, Golis Family Jewelers, the Toomer Family Seafood House, and the Toomers Family Oyster Company. Wendy's, and Loco Sports. We thank each of our sponsors for helping us bring you this Dixie Boys Ozone Tournament. With everything on the line here, all kinds of strategy could be in place. You could have a squeeze bunt. You could have any number of things. And, of course, with the runner on second and third, a wild pitch, a pass ball, any of that will bring in a run for Edgefield. And they are desperate for an insurance run. A one-run lead in this tournament has meant very little as teams have come back time and time and time again. So we'll see how this all unfolds. Simpkins comes to bat. Colin Jones on the mound for North Myrtle Beach. And here we go. Simpkins, big, lanky, right-hand batter. I'll bet if he gets a hold of one, he could hit it a long way. And we'll see what strategy. And North Myrtle Beach showing some strategy. They're going to intentionally walk Simpkins. That creates a force out at every base. And the bases are going to be loaded. Ethan Stovall is going to be the batter for Edgefield. So the bases are loaded. North Myrtle Beach plays in at the corners, even at short and second. Bases are loaded. Colin Jones to the plate. It's a squeeze play, and it's going to be successful. And everybody is going to be safe. And it's a 3-1 lead for Edgefield. A perfectly executed squeeze bunt by Ethan Stovall. 3-1 the score. Edgefield with the lead. Bases remain loaded with one out. Our official scorer in the press box called that about 10 minutes before it happened. So it's a 3-1 lead for Edgefield, and they try to get more. Bases remain loaded, still just the one out. And the pitch on the way to Griffin Thompson misses outside for ball one. Bases loaded, one out, a run in, a 3-1 lead for Edgefield. The pitch on the way, that's hit out toward short, fielded by the shortstop. The flip to second is in time for one. The relay is not in time. A fourth run scores for Edgefield on the force out, and it's a 4-1 lead. Two huge insurance runs for Edgefield here in the top of the sixth inning. And runners now first and third for Edgefield with two outs. And Braden McAllister will be the batter as we go back to the top of the order.
Now batting is the shortstop, number 19, Braden McAllister.
Runners first and third with two outs and two huge runs in for Edgefield here in the top of the sixth. Braden McAllister digs in. Colin Jones into the wind. The pitch on the way. That's hit in the hole into left field. A base hit. Darius Simpkins comes in. It's 5-1 Edgefield. So a big top of the sixth for Edgefield. 3 insurance runs. And now a 4-run lead. That's their biggest lead of the afternoon.
Now batting is number 9, Addison Bowles.
Runners now first and second for Edgefield. The pitch on the way. That's hit to third. And trickles into left field. Around third. And scoring is Griffin Thompson. And it's now 6-1 Edgefield. And now trouble, real trouble for North Myrtle Beach. Justice Hammett will be the batter, and I'll bet you dollars to donuts they walk Mr. Hammett here. First base is open. It's already a 5-run game. And the odds are they'll take their chances with Evan Bates, but let's see what happens. Runners second and third for Edgefield. 4 runs in this inning. It's a 6-1 lead. And they're going to pitch to Hammett, and Hammett takes ball 1. 1-0 pitch on the way. Gets away from the catcher, not far enough for the runners to advance, and the count's now 2-0. 6-1 Edgefield All-Stars over the North Myrtle Beach All-Stars as we play in the top of the 6th inning. Edgefield trying to become the undefeated champions of this Dixie Youth Ozone tournament. Two balls and no strikes to Justice Hammett. And now they are going to go ahead and walk him. So down to first he goes. The bases will be reloaded. And it's going to bring up Daly hit. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 4 runs in, a 6-1 lead for Edgefield. Colin Jones comes set. And the pitch on the way is outside for ball 1.
Now back to Edgefield, number 3, the third baseman, Daly hit. No home run balls, correct?
Correct.
I'm not supposed to.
The pitch on the way, the runners get their lead. It's fouled back to the screen.
Rick, I've lost the pitch count, so you're on your own, dude. I got confused.
Bases loaded, 2 outs, 4 runs in for Edgefield. They now enjoy a 6-1 lead over North Myrtle Beach. Colin Jones gives the runners a look. He comes set. And now a throw over to third. And that's kind of a dangerous play. If that gets away, another run or possibly 2 could score. I would think you'd want to focus more on the batter, get out of this inning, and get back up to bat. Runners lead off first, second, and third. It's a 1-ball, 1-strike count to Daly hit. Now Hit steps out. The pitch to the plate is swung on and missed, and the count's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 4 runs in for Edgefield in the top of the 6th inning. Colin Jones rocks and fires, and he strikes out. Daly hit to end the top of the 6th inning, but a great inning for Edgefield. They score 4 runs, and they are 3 outs away from being crowned the Dixie Youth Ozone State Champions. We'll see if they can do it when we come back for the bottom of the 6th, right here live on the Beaufort County Channel. Edgefield County is 3 outs away from being the Dixie Youth Ozone State Champions. As North Myrtle Beach comes to bat in the bottom of the 6th inning, they're down by 5, and the first pitch is hit to the second baseman, who falls down, stays with it, and throws to first in time for the first out. Edgefield 2 outs away. Jay Willis still on the mound for Edgefield. Jake Frick is going to be the batter. That was Gabe Zuknik that just grounded out to second. Jake Frick now the batter. Bases empty, 1 down. Edgefield 2 outs away. 1 ball, no strikes to Jake Frick. Pitch on the way, and that's fouled off out of play, and the count's 1-1. We started with 12 teams. We're down to 2, and each of these teams, champions or not, should leave Oscar Frazier Park with their heads held high. They've done themselves, their teams, their families, and their communities proud over this week. And the count's now, we think, 2-1 to Jake Frick. Willis into the wind, the 2-1 pitch on the way. That's up high for ball 3, 3-1. 6-1 Edgefield. As North Myrtle Beach bats in the bottom of the 6th, the bases are empty, there's 1 out. Edgefield trying to become undefeated state Ozone champions. Jay Willis into the wind. The pitch on the way is fouled back to the screen, and the count's now full, 3-2. We thank you for tuning in to the Beaufort County channel and also to BeaufortCountySC.gov. This has been a popular tournament for viewers, and we appreciate that you've taken the time to tune in both to the TV and to the internet. As that pitch is in there for strike 3, Edgefield's down to 1 more out to win it all. Base is empty, 2 outs. And Campbell Kingston will be the batter for North Myrtle Beach. Base is empty, 2 outs. In the bottom of the 6th, 6-1 lead for Edgefield. The pitch on the way misses for ball 1. Edgefield fans down the first base line are getting into it. They're ready to explode if Edgefield can get 1 more out. The pitch on the way misses, and the count's 2 balls and no strikes. Willis again ready. The 2-0 pitch on the way. Popped up foul. Back toward the press box and on the roof. And the count's now 2-1. Base is empty. 2 outs. 6-1. Edgefield has the lead in the bottom of the 6th inning. Jay Willis looks in. He gets his sign. Campbell Kingston fouls it out of play. 2-2. Two-two pitch on the way. High and tight, ball 3, 3-2. Good patience shown by Kingston. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Base is empty. 6-1 game in the bottom of the 6th. Jay Willis gets his sign. The 3-2 pitch on the way. Fouled off the screen. Count stays 3-2. Three-two pitch is on the way. tapped out towards short. The shortstop fields. He throws on to first, safe at first. Took him just a little too long to unload the ball, and North Myrtle Beach still alive. Runner at first now with 2 outs.
Now batting will be number 1, Connor Helmecki.
Connor Helmecki is going to run at first. So runner at first for North Myrtle Beach, 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Edgefield up by 5. Helmecki digs in. Willis with the sign. The pitch on the way is in there for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. The Dixie Junior boys and the Dixie boys visit Oscar Frazier Park this Saturday for more tournament action that we'll have live for you right here on the Beaufort County channel. And the count goes to no balls and 2 strikes to Connor Helmecki. Runner at first for North Myrtle Beach. 6-1 Edgefield with the lead. No balls and 2 strikes to Connor Helmecki. Jay Willis gets his sign. And the 0-2 pitch on the way. Hit to the second baseman. They can't find the handle, Edgefield, and the game continues. Runners are going to be on at first and second for North Myrtle Beach. Give Connor Helmecki an infield hit. And North Myrtle Beach stays alive. 2 on, 2 outs. And Colin Jones will be the batter in a meeting on the mound for Edgefield. You need 18 outs to win a ball game. Edgefield has 17 of them. And sometimes that last out proves to be the toughest one to get. And North Myrtle Beach still with some hope. 2 on, 2 out. Colin Jones will be the batter.
Now batting for North Myrtle Beach will be number 6, Colin Jones.
So Jones stands in, and he will try to keep the game going. Runners get their leads off first and second. Jay Willis gets his sign. The pitch on the way. Ball 1. Again, Willis looks in, gets his sign. The runners lead off first and second. 1-0 pitch on the way. Hit into center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Around third and scoring to make it 6-2 is Barnes. Runners now second and third for North Myrtle Beach, and we're not done yet. Edgefield got the first 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th and then trouble. And here's a young man that can pull North Myrtle Beach to within 1 run. Luke Roop, the batter.
Now batting is number 19, Luke Roop.
Runners second and third, 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. The run in for North Myrtle Beach, 6-2 the score. Jay Willis to the plate. That's hit into right field. Darius Simpkins has it. And Edgefield County is your undefeated Dixie Youth Ozone state champions as they defeat North Myrtle Beach by a final score of 6-2. So congratulations to the Edgefield County All-Stars. They are your 2019 Dixie Youth Ozone state champions. And they are undefeated state champions. They never lost a game in this tournament. So congratulations to Edgefield County. And stay tuned to the Beaufort County channel as they'll be showing live action of the awards ceremony, but that will end the commentary portion. So until next time, and I'll see you this weekend when the Dixie Junior Boys and the Dixie Boys come to town. I'm Jody Vermilia. Thanks so much for tuning in. Your Dixie Youth Ozone State champions are the Edgefield County All-Stars as they defeat North Myrtle Beach by a final score of 6-2. We'll see you this weekend, folks. Stay tuned for the awards presentation live right here on the Beaufort County channel.
Ladies and gentlemen, give me your attention, please. With this loss, North Myrtle Beach champions from District 11 have been eliminated from this South Carolina Dixie Youth Ozone Division I state tournament here in Bluffton, South Carolina. All teams in this tournament are champions. North Myrtle Beach came to this tournament as a winner, and they will leave as a winner. We have enjoyed having them here this week in the state tournament. We ask that they go now to the outfield fence and bring back their championship district flag, and then line up along the foul line to receive their tournament awards. While they're going to get their flag, we enjoy giving them a great round of applause for their play here this week.
Hey, Mom, if you guys would like to go right here, the backstop will be.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the field are Dixie Youth official Paul McCullough, State Director for Dixie Youth Baseball. He will present the tournament awards to the champions from North Myrtle Beach as their names are called. Number 1, Connor Helmecki. Number 6, Colin Jones. Number 19, Luke Root. Number 44, Brown Reed. Number 8, Sawyer Smith. Number 3, Mason Cox. Number 11, Gabe Kusnig. Number 15, Jake Frick. Kingston. Number 12, Jack Watts. And last, number 16, Anderson White. Coaches for North Myrtle Beach are Joe Reeves, Terry Smith, and Tom Kingston. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give the champions from North Myrtle Beach another round of applause for their play here this week. We wish them a safe trip home and continued success in the athletics. And now for your team trophy presentation. Runner-up, North Myrtle Beach. Ladies and gentlemen, please give me your attention. With this win, Edgefield County, the champions from District 3, are now the 2019 Division I Ozone champions of the state of South Carolina and will represent South Carolina in the Dixie Youth World Series in Ruston, Louisiana. We have enjoyed having them here this week, and we wish you well as you represent South Carolina in the Dixie Youth World Series. We now ask that you go to the outfield fence and retrieve your South Carolina State Championship flag. While retrieving their flag, please let's give the state champions another round of applause for their accomplishments. Paul McCullough, State Director for Dixie Youth Baseball, will present the awards to the champions, Edgefield County. Number 19, Braden McAllister. Number 9, Addison Faust. Number 10, Justice Emmett. Number 11, Evan Bates. Number 7, Jay Willis. Number 6, Gage Cockrell. Number 8, Darius Simpkins. Number 14, Ethan Stovall. Number 5, Griffin Thompson. Number 4, Keith Newsom Jones. Number 3, Daly Hitt. And number 2, Cole Beagle. And now for your coaches, John Brown Jr., and W.C. Wall. Ladies and gentlemen, we now award the Billy Deaton State Champions Trophy to the newly crowned champions from Edgefield County. Let's give the 2019 Dixie Youth Division I Ozone State Champions another round of applause for their play this week. And we wish them well as they represent the state of South Carolina in the Dixie Youth World Series. We have one last award to present, and that's the Division I Ozone Sportsmanship Award. The Sportsmanship Award is one of the most prestigious awards that can be won at this Dixie Youth Tournament. Sportsmanship is an aspiration that a sport will be enjoyed for its own sake and with proper consideration for fairness, ethics, respect, and a sense of fellowship with one's competitors. Teams are judged by the game officials, tournament hosts, and Dixie Youth officials. Sportsmanship is what makes a good team great. At this time, we would like to congratulate Union County, the 2019 King Dixon Sportsmanship Award winner. Congratulations, Union. Thanks everyone for coming out to the state tournament. We hope you enjoyed everything. Please visit Beaufort County and the town of Bluffton here soon. Everybody have a safe trip home.